is so great to be here today doing KidWise with you. All right, we are continuing this month on our topic of humility, and that is putting others first by giving up what you think you deserve. So remember, it's not all about you. It's about thinking about others and doing nice things for them and putting them first. All right, so we are going to continue with our Bible story today. It is right after Easter. It is right after Jesus died on the cross and he rose from the dead. And we're going to go ahead, and this is going to be an interactive Bible story. So interactive, what that means is that Mr. Doug here has some cue cards. So he's going to hold them up and he's going to do the action when I give him the cue. All right, and also I'm going to be telling you to do some certain things. So even though I can't see you, maybe you could just still do them to humor me. What do you think? I think it would be fun. All right, so we are going to go ahead and practice just to make sure that we can do these things. So Mr. Doug, hold up your first sign, please. Yes. All right, laughing, good. All right, our next one is gonna be a gasp. Do you guys know how to gasp? Ready? Let's give them your best. Fantastic, couldn't be prouder. And the last test card is
Dance Party!
Dance Party!
Welcome everybody to the Van Meter Home Studio, and we are here to bring you a couple numbers, fun numbers that may be classics of the older generation like myself and Lisa here. We used to sing these around a campfire, kids. That's a thing you do outside with some wood and some fire. But for now, we're going to sing it for you. It's called I've Got the Joy, 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 Joy. Where is that joy?
Joy,
Down in my heart.
Joy.
Got the joy, 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 down in my heart. We're down in my heart. We're down in my heart. I got the joy, 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 down in my heart. Down in my heart to stay. And I'm so happy, so very happy. I've got the love of Jesus in my heart. And I'm so happy, so very happy. I've got the love of Jesus in my heart. Rolling solo. Woo!
Oh, yeah.
I've got the peace and blessings understanding down in my heart. We're down in my heart. We're down in my heart. I've got the peace and blessings understanding down in my heart. We're down in my heart to stay. And I'm so happy, so very happy. I've got the love of Jesus in my heart. And I'm so happy, so very happy. I've got the love of Jesus in my heart. Woo! That our song gave you a little joy, joy, joy in your heart.
Oh my goodness, that was so fun. Thank you, Van Meter family. All right, we are going to continue with our story. Mary Magdalene and the other woman told the disciples the exciting news about the angel and the empty tomb. Most of the disciples thought the women must have been mistaken, but Peter and John ran to the tomb. There they saw the strips of cloth that had been wrapped around Jesus' body. But Jesus was not there. The tomb was empty. Quickly they returned to tell the other disciples. That same day, 2 of Jesus' disciples were going to a village outside Jerusalem called Emmaus. All right, kids, this is where I'm going to need your help. I need you to stand up, and we're going to walk in circles. You're going to walk in circles along with Mr. Doug, okay? Because we're walking to Emmaus. All right, here we go. All right, kids, you're walking. Now, we're not going to have time to walk 7 miles, but we're just going to, pretend, okay? All right, and stop. So these 2 guys guys, they were talking about everything that had happened. As they talked, another man came along and walked with them. It was Jesus, but the men did not recognize him. Hold up that sign there. Give me your best. What are you talking about? Jesus asked. The two disciples stopped and looked at him. All right, act confused. One of the disciples said, "You must be the only man in the city who does not know what happened." "What do you mean?" Jesus asked. Then both of them explained about what had happened to Jesus. Then Jesus began to explain everything that was written about him in the scriptures, beginning with Moses. The two disciples still did not recognize him. As Jesus talked, they came into the village of Emmaus. He acted as if he was going further, but the two disciples begged him to spend the night with them. Go ahead and hold up your next sign. All right, kids, give me your best. All right, so while they were at the table eating together, now remember, they still did not recognize Jesus. Jesus took a loaf of bread, blessed it, and gave it to them. And at that moment, they knew it was Jesus. Then, just like that, he disappeared from the room. The disciples were amazed. They went straight back to Jerusalem to tell the other disciples about what they had seen. All right, kids, now I need you to stand up and go in the opposite direction of that circle and head on back to Jerusalem. That's 7 miles. Look, even Ellie's going. Good job. Keep going, guys. You're doing great. Awesome. Okay, so that's the end of our story for today. How about an applause? Jesus is alive! Yay! Woohoo! That is so awesome. So when we talk about humility, remember that Jesus was the perfect example of this. Jesus came to earth. He lived among us. He lived a perfect, sinless life. He didn't do anything wrong, but then he died on the cross for our sins. 3 days later, he rose from the dead, and that is worth celebrating. Woohoo! Maybe hold up that sign again. Another round of applause. Yay! Woo! All right, we love you, Jesus.
Julian really requested this one. It's one that you probably have heard of.
Oh.
And it's a reminder that in our neighborhoods, in our families,
We've got the
and all the people that we're going to run into,
It's a secret.
we got a little special thing inside us that shines all the way outside, through our eyeballs, through our ears, through our noses, that's weird, and through our mouths, through what we say and how we do. It's called This Little Light of Mine. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Oh, let's say it out. I'm gonna let it shine. Don't let's say it out. I'm gonna let it shine. Don't let's say it out. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Won't hide it under a bushel. No. I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel. No. I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel. No. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. So one last time. What are you gonna do with that light?
Let
You're
it
gonna
shine.
let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. God bless you from our crazy family to yours. Let that light shine.
Oh.